Alright, gonna do another last, I think, response videos to Brett Keane. He's made one more video. He's not addressing any of the relevant issues, just keeps pushing the same straw man bullshit. It's just nonsense. He's not dealing with anything real, has anything to do with vegetarianism. He's calling me and everybody else who's a vegetarian a hypocrite, and he has bases on nothing, some theory that, you know, a syphilis microbe is the same as a baby elephant, and that's his understanding of evolutionary science, that's his understanding of biology. He thinks the advent of a sentient consciousness through the evolutionary process was apparently meaningless. So anyway, that's his. I mean, we can only presume his theory because he doesn't. He won't articulate anything. He keeps telling us we owe him an explanation. We don't owe him shit. He's called us a hypocrite. We've called him what he is, an ignorant slob. And he's done nothing to change anything. So we'll listen to this seven minutes of nonsense babble from this ignoramus.
Do you know what the definition of kill means, or murder? Do you even know what the definition of life is? Or do you just kind of go with your own perspective or view of it?
Do you know what the definition of retard is? Ignorant moron. Do you know what that moron? Do you know what the definition of moron is? Ignoramus, you got that definition down? Somebody who lacks knowledge, lacks understanding. Anybody who does not understand the distinct difference between a microbe with no nervous system and sentient conscious beings is an idiot. Textbook definition of an idiot.
Or do we actually go with modern dictionaries or dictionaries from the past? When getting into a debate or argument with people tend to just tell you what their fucking opinion is, and they don't.
No, I know what people like you tend to do. They just straw man the entire argument. Never deal with a relevant issue, never even come close to a relevant issue.
Don't really give any facts forward. Kill means fatal. It means resulting in death, according...
Yeah, death of what, though, Einstein? If I cut my arm off, okay, have I killed it? Are the cells dead? No, they're not going to be dead for quite a while, and theoretically I could pump blood through it for, if I attach some blood to it, it could survive days, weeks, months, years. It's a mechanical device, you moron. All right, what's death? Is death brain death? Is death the stopping of your heart? How do you explain this thing you're calling kill, death? What is death, idiot? How many of your neurons have to be dead before you're dead?
Into the dictionary. Murder is basically premeditated, planned out, thought out.
Yeah, much like your basic meal. You think it out, you plan it out, you decide to maliciously and with complete forethought pay somebody to slaughter an animal, to pen it up in a tiny little cage so you can eat it. If gorilla tasted good, would you put gorillas in little tiny pens, torture them for years, and then murder them for your consumption?
In a court of law, if someone were to go out and murder people, and then he stood in front of a judge or she and stated, the reason why...
Look, moron, most murder trials take place in front of a jury, okay? So you can't even get that one fucking right?
I killed these people was because they were mentally inefficient. They do not function like I do.
Yeah, that's why you kill other animals, is because you claim they're mentally inefficient. They're not human enough for your taste. Even though they might have 98 or 78 or 88% of our chromosomes, you consider them mentally inefficient for something called a right. They're entitled to nothing, no consideration from fat, ugly pieces of shit like yourself.
They do not have the requirements that I feel necessary in order to value them or give.
No, I'm sorry, Brett. No, those decisions are made through our democracy, okay? We define what is or is not a crime. We make a social contract with the other humans in our goddamn society to protect ourselves from each other's individual definitions. We're not allowed to individually make these decisions. Obviously, if I was a surgeon and I had Bundy on my fucking operating table 10 years before he committed his first murder, and I decided to stick my scalpel right through his fucking evil heart, I would do the world a big giant favor. If I was the doctor giving birth to Jeffrey Dahmer and I decided to take its umbilical cord and wrap it around its stinking little scurvy neck and pull until its little fucking head popped off, I would do humanity a big giant favor. But we don't allow people to make those individual decisions because guess what? Individual humans can tend to be a little unreliable.
Or
Especially morons who can't figure out the difference between a fucking goddamn microbe and a goddamn baby elephant.
would that get them off the hook? If you stare upon someone and you deem them as...
I never stare upon someone, so you speak fucking English, asshole.
non-valuable, non-worthy to even exist or live, does this give you the right, and by what authority do you have to destroy them?
Yeah, so by what authority do you have the right to pen a sentient creature in a goddamn cage for 3 or 4 years, treat it like absolute motherfucking shit, slaughter it for your motherfucking frivolous consumption? By what fucking right but the fact that you have the power to do it? No other reason.
What do humans, plants, and animals have in common? They're living...
Oh, they're living things, yes, by silly little... That's a childish definition, isn't it? What they are is consuming and reproducing chemical devices. They're machines, you fucking moron. And machines come in different varieties. And for you not to be able to make a distinction between a Maserati and a bicycle is goddamn fucking imbecilic.
organisms. If you kill a plant, notice I say kill, because the definition of kill is to destroy.
Well, what is killing a plant, Brett? You know what? If I pick an ear of corn, the cells in the corn are still alive. The corn is still alive. The seeds are still alive. It's not dead, Brett. So I don't kill it, I guess, until I ingest it. Actually, I'm eating it alive. You know, you get the biology right, fucktard.
Resulting in death, fatal. You are removing that which is alive.
Yeah, well, Brett, guess what? Most crops that we harvest are actually dying when we harvest them. They're already in the process of their terminal last moments. We eat the seeds, you idiot. Are you gonna now you're gonna actually go so far as to say a seed, a cell, an egg cell is as respectable as a pig or a human?
No matter what your intentions are.
You know, this is more insane than the most insane creation science I have ever heard. This is the most preposterous. This theory is even sillier than the Matt theory of, you know, atoms wanting. I mean, that's silly, but I don't think, but Matt won't even concede that they feel in any substance and sense, like a real consciousness that has a brain. You're actually arguing that all living things should be judged merely on the fact that they consume and reproduce. If they have a reproducing element to their cellular structure, they're a living organism. So if I cut my liver out and put it on the table, it's a living organism. And because it has genetically human traits, genetically human chromosomes, we should give it rights? We should let it vote in the next election? God, you're fucking retarded.
But Brett, plants don't feel. Well, neither do coma patients. Neither do people.
Yeah, and it's completely irrelevant. Like I said, we have a social contract regarding coma patients, you dumb ass. We've made an agreement with each other that we don't kill each other when we're in a coma because we are invested in our future. We respect our future. We value our future. You're the one who doesn't value the future of a pig or a cow or a baby elephant or any other sentient creature that isn't, by your definition, human enough. If it doesn't have the proper chromosomes, just like a biblical, just like a fucking theist, you judge everything based on its chromosomes. If it doesn't have the right chromosomes, all of a sudden it's not entitled to any fucking rights.
People who have serious injuries, who are knocked out or under anesthesia, they won't feel it. There's actually medications that people can use in order to numb.
All right, I'm going to cut you off there last minute. Okay, so I'll end this with giving you another question. So let's say you have two organisms. Okay, you got a great ape and you got a human being under anesthesia, and you're gonna crush, not crush to do damage, just crush, just pressure on their testicles. Which organism are you going to crush the testicles on? The one that's under anesthesia, the human, or the great ape that's conscious? Answer that question, you fucking idiot.